Welcome to qualifying in the Republic of Azerbaijan.
When you're ready, let's go. Fantastic. That was the fastest lap. this lap. Are you all right? Engine off, engine off. Okay, we can take you this lap. Track is quiet right now. Let's get out on track while it's clear. session. We need a good lap here, or we're out of qualifying. That's the fastest lap so far. Well done.
Hello everybody, and as you know, I like doing commentary at Q3. So, here we go. I've come P1 in all of the last two qualifyings. DRS open here on the back straight here. As we come into turn 3 and turn 4. Here we go, gone wide into turn 3 there. That's very unfortunate. Then decent into turn 4. We're not seeing many fastest laps being set just yet. I think I've got a Force India ahead of me, which is where I'd like to end off my F1 career maybe. We'll see where we end up after this season. We might end up there. Sergio Perez is the one to set the fastest lap. I went too far into the turn there, ends up almost crashing. Valtteri Bottas absolutely squashes that lap there. As we come round the corner now, we've again gone a bit too far over. This isn't the bestest lap we've done in the whole of this weekend here, so maybe we just need to change things up a little, change the tyres. I think the tyres are pretty warm. Let's have a check. No, they're not. It's our engine that's got the problem. What's the problem in the engine? We will soon find out. It's ICE and gearbox, so we're going to be seeing a loss of power probably. Probably need to get that changed for the next weekend. So yeah, let's see what kind of time we can put up here. It's going to be close. It's going to be very, very close. But we've just scraped it on Valtteri Bottas there. Whew. How are we just scraping through? How are we just scraping through? I will never know. Alright, so we've only got 5 minutes left. I'm going to chance just skipping it. Seeing where we get at. Everyone just seems to go out in the last couple of minutes. So let's see where we end up.
So qualifying is complete.
We end up in P3.
Your top 3 are Bottas, Hamilton, and Gallagher.
We end up in P3. That's me checking my mic.
Make sure to join us again.
Yeah, make sure you join me again for the race in about 2 seconds. Wow. Hope you guys have had a wonderful Christmas, a wonderful Advent. Hope you didn't eat all your Advent calendar at once. I know I do that. Phew. Ugh. We've got actual like candy canes that you can actually eat, like mint candy canes on our tree, so I've snuck one. Potential respect. 25 just for beating Danny Rick over here. Oh, drop my controller.
Tough luck there. It's not quite where we'd want to be on the grid, but chin up, it's not the end of the world.
Why? What's my contract? What's my contract then? At least second and at least 8th in the race. Be a bit more realistic, Christian. If you don't know who I'm referring to Christian Horner, the owner of Red Bull. I assume I lost Red Bull respect for that. For coming one position down to where I was in qualifying. I feel like it's going to be nice to start in P3, not at the front, where I've got the chance to make a few overtakes. So, we line up then. If we ever get to the grid, Jesus Christ. What is happening right now?
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going.
The points finished last race. I'm sorry, I finished in first. Tyres are looking pretty warm. See there, look at that dash display, looking amazing. Got my team there. Guy looks like he's about to put his finger up my arse. Did you see that engineer then when I turned around to look at him and he just looked away? Let's get some heat in these tyres. I'm going to do the formation lap. Want them nice and smoky before the end of the lap. Oh shit, I'm almost taking my front wing off. Where's Kimi Räikkönen? I need to know where Kimi Räikkönen is, because he'll probably be doing this. He'll probably just be following the natural race line. If you haven't seen that meme, you're clearly not an F1 fan. For the time being, what's that meant to mean? I wonder what everyone else has started on at the back, where you can choose your tyres that you start on. I wonder if everyone's going with ultras or maybe supers. I think people at the back will probably be going with super softs. I'm sure we can soon find out. Doing my weavy thing. Almost had a Hamilton-Vettel situation there. Vettel and Hamilton in 2017. In Hamilton's slipstream now on the formation lap. And we've ghosted through Hamilton. We're giving Hamilton a bit of up the bum. This is just not legit. Alright, what was that all about? Next Grand Prix, we're going to do a first-person Grand Prix. A first-person race weekend. 5 red lights here in the city of Baku. And it's lights out and away we go here for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Hamilton getting a really good start there, as well as Bottas and me coming into turn 1. I've been touched. Been touched by Sergio Perez, maybe. Oh no, it was Sebastian Vettel I've touched with, as the... 2 Silver Arrows are having a right scrap there as we come into Bottas's slipstream here. He's getting slipstream on Hamilton. We've got no chance of catching them. The Mercedes have just shot off into the R&D table here, so we're going to try and go around the outside of Bottas. We've failed to do so there. And Bottas has made a move on Hamilton to take his first position back from before, so we're really trying now to make some sort of move on the Silver Arrow in front of us, and it's just not working out for us. I think it's going to be a main straight job this, as we get all up in Hamilton's back end here as we come round into the corner and onto the castle section. Toughest section of track this. A lot of drivers end up losing themselves and crashing around this point as we come round onto these high-speed turns. Lost Hamilton and a bit of time in that lap there as we come round the corners here. And we come up to the section where we had the 2017 Hamilton and Vettel issue. And yeah, so second street track of the season, as some of you really hard on F1 fans will know that Australia is actually the first street track of the F1 2018 calendar. So yeah, making a move on Hamilton. We're in a slipstream now, so we're gaining on him pretty fast. We're going to see an overtake maybe into the straight here. That'll do that automatically, but a nice little overtake number on Hamilton there as we move on now to Valtteri Bottas in front of us. He's just speeding off. I don't know what he's got on his car, but whatever it is, I want some. He's just speeding off. A 150 I posted there. I was posting 142s in qualifying, so definitely something going on with this engine. I think we bullied it a bit. I hope we don't run into any problems this race, because if we run into a gearbox problem, I'm going to have to retire like we did last season in Germany. If you haven't seen the last season, it is all up on so Jeff over the radio there, just as I was about to finish, just told us we're going to feel a loss of power here. So we're going to feel like we're back at Williams, but I'm sure we can cope. See if we can pull another one of the and a new strategy option as well. Lap 2 come in for super softs. We're currently on the ultras. I don't think anyone's pitting lap 2. Well, it's saying come in lap 2. I mean, what percent are my tyres on? My tyres are absolutely screwed. That's why they want me to come in. I mean, we could and make a few overtakes, or we couldn't and stay out. But I mean, Hamilton is catching us. I think we're going to do the in and in situation. And just go in and hope for the best. We might have even been lied to. You never know. No, yeah, we haven't been lied to. They're telling the truth. The whole grid is on ultras there. Alright, so at least we don't have to stop again. We're going to be at the back of the field, so we've got a lot of overtaking to do on lap 3 of 13 here. 10 laps to go. DRS is now enabled, so I kind of really need to catch up with the front of the grid here. I think it's Sergei Sorokin, that we're going to be approaching now on the fast approach in our little Red Bull car here. I'm liking the aerodynamics of the car. Oh, there's 3 cars. Leclerc is one of them. Van Dorn and Lance Stroll having a good little scrap up there. And now we're going to have the Red Bull of me coming into this mix, this little fight here, as we go down the inside, and the inside of Leclerc as well, and Stroll. Yeah, you keep telling me that, Jeff. So here we go. Van Dorn is the last one in this little train, and then we've got his teammate Fernando Alonso in 15th to overtake. I mean, you can tell the lack of power if we're not really catching up too much to this McLaren here. I mean, we are really struggling at the moment in this race, but I'm sure in the pits we'll do a few overtakes and get right back up the grid. But we do have Van Dorn to take care of. We are in a slipstream right up his grill with DRS coming up quite soon. I had to press the brake there to get away from him. Hits his back end slightly there as we come in. We have got DRS on him, so we are going to be faster here, and that is a cheeky little overtake. Round us outside. Jeff complimenting that manoeuvre, and we have a lot of work to do. So 4 places we've moved up there since pitting in for our supers, and I think supers are going to be honest the best tyre, especially with the engine wear issues that we are currently having. So yeah, we'll see about that. I don't want to be taking penalties so early on into this second season. So, well, 1.7 seconds is shot right down because we're now up Alonso's arse. Well, in F1 terms anyway. We've got Alonso and Magnussen to worry about next, and I think that might be his teammate there, Grosjean. Yes, it is, as we are on the fast approach to Alonso. He is getting a slight gap ahead, but yeah, we'll see what we can do. If we can come out in front of Hamilton when he pits in, then I think we'll be all good for the race lead. But we've just got to really push on the gas here. I mean, we've had to pit in early, which is obviously not a good sign. I think I need to stop going so hard on the tyres in qualifying. Maybe use the second down wheels as we fast approach Fernando Alonso here. Our teammate Daniel Ricciardo's gone into the pits. We've got DRS. Beautiful bit of racing here as we come round. We're going to be racing the Mercedes out of the pit lane here. We've got out in front of the Mercedes of Lewis Hamilton here, and now we've got 8th place with Brendan Hartley and Kevin Magnussen to worry about, as Romain Grosjean also went into the pit here. So DRS on Hartley. Hartley's got DRS on Grosjean, and we're almost going down the back of him there, and we've need to kind of try that little manoeuvre again, because that was atrocious. But yeah, seems like this time we're catching him a bit better. I didn't mean to do that, and because I've done that, I've messed about too much. I've completely missed the fact that I actually need to be catching Hartley. So down the inside we go. We're going to try that manoeuvre. Ooh, that was a bit reckless, if I do say so myself. As we come round the corner, he's being a bit reckless with me now. I think his tyres are absolutely screwed. Magnussen to worry about, and then it looks like we have Pierre Gasly to worry about in front. Right now I want to concentrate on the Haas of Kevin Magnussen, or K-Mag as I like to call him, and then we can move on to Gasly respectively. So yeah, I'm hoping that we're able to pass our little friends at Mercedes and Ferrari as well, because that would be absolutely lovely. Then again, we did catch Hamilton from here, so hoping that Bottas ends up in the pits. Yes, he does. Is the Ferrari going to continue? I'm assuming that's the Ferrari of Sebastian Vettel. He's going to continue. Little cheeky overtake around the outside on Kevin Magnussen. He's pitting in as well. The Mercedes is coming out of the pit now. We're going to have a race with him round the corner here. It's me and Valtteri Bottas going right at it, wheel to wheel into turn 1 maybe. Oh my god, that was dangerous. But we've taken the lead P1, and somehow we've got DRS, and somehow, because of the power loss, he's beaten me to turn 2 here. Oh well, turn 3, correction. And we've cut him on in the inside a bit, but we're going to cut him off going into the next corner. Make sure he's been dealt with, and then it's looking like we've got kind of a pinhold on the rest of this race now. Yes, what an absolute great first few laps of this Grand Prix. I've absolutely enjoyed it to the bitter end. Oh, I'm thrilled with this race. I think it's gone really well, and I'm quite happy with some of the overtakes as well. So, whew, enjoyable. Very enjoyable. Bottas really fast approaching. You can tell this power issues is... Oh! Not good. Very not good. I think I'll just need to stick myself out a bit more, if you get me. Stick myself off that racing line a bit. No, you're not taking the inside.
Okay, we lost position. Try to keep focus.
We'll get him on DRS, I hope, in the next corner. Meow. Wasn't able to get him on DRS. Probably not able to take him into this corner. Take him around the outside maybe. Coming into the next corner, going to be very aggressive, leaving the space though. Coming up to the castle section now, going to take a completely different line to him. Had to back out, and that is a crash. Let's try this again, see if we can be a bit more aggressive into this turn. Not leaving too much space to get round. There you go. Taking our first place position back. He'll probably fight back into the straight.
Okay, some information on Raikkonen. They're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
Some kind of problem with Raikkonen's car. I can also see a purple sector as there is a Toro Rosso, our sister company. I've got a problem with one of their cars as well. We'll soon see what that is about. Again, Kimi Raikkonen. I'm going to try and force him down the inside here. I'm going to get the DRS. No, I'm not. It's okay, though. This might be a problem coming into the dying laps. I think we might need to deal with our good friend Valtteri now.
Virtual safety car, virtual safety car. Reduce speed immediately and keep a positive delta.
Down the inside. Oh shit, it's a fucking safety car, innit? Nico Hulkenberg's out of the race, apparently. Alright. He's not had too good of a season, gonna be honest.
Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until the green flag. VSC ending. Wait for green.
Bottas just gets a way better launch off than me. Fucking hell. Absolutely atrocious, Bottas.
Ending, we're going green. Maintain positive delta until the green flags.
It might be second place, guys, this race. I just honestly don't know if I'm physically able. Me and Bottas are having a good old scrap. However, I don't know if I can. We are about to...
Looking at some gearbox wear, try to keep your number of shifts to a minimum.
Here is the Toro Rosso. I hope he holds up Bottas a bit. Indeed he does.
Yellow flag.
He gives me a bit of headway there down the main straight.
Green flag.
Why have I got a virtual safety car ending thing on my screen constantly?
Gap to the car behind is 2.
Can that get fucked?
We're leading our teammate by 11.0 seconds.
Well, that's half decent, isn't it? Vettel's overtaken Hamilton. Where the fuck's Bottas gone? I think Bottas got absolutely blown up by Hartley, unless he's just been overtaken by Hamilton because of Pierre. No, again, Hartley. For fuck's sake. Getting names wrong now. Tell I haven't been on in a while. Still got that VSC ending. Oh no, that's not
Are
good.
you okay? That was a big one. Confirm you're okay, please.
Scratching my head a bit there. That was inexcusable. "10 miles an hour slower than the rest of the bloody grid, so they're all probably going to catch up with me." Bit of wing camera for a bit. Vettel braking hard, holding up the rest of the clan, so thanks for that, Vet. Ow.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
That's probably why we're so slow. I haven't been running them rich. Last 2 laps I'll run them rich. Getting some decent cornering though. Can that VSC ending thing just piss off? Go back to Narnia where you come from. Wrong line. Don't have wing damage, do I? No, I don't. 16% bloody tyre wear. That's my problem. Alright, so we're going to do one race with just cockpit only and one race with nose cam only. How about that? You guys can post in the comments which race you want that to be. Which race you want the nose cam one to be, because the next episode is going to be the... the next episode is going to be the cockpit view. Cockpit View Grand Prix, we title that one. Every time we do it.
Are you alright? Let me know you're alright.
At least I got needing a drink out the way there. That's the only reason I let us watch that whole crash. Scraped something there. I had to take my foot off the gas then. I normally do that flat out. The gap behind's not an insignificant thing. I need to keep an eye on that because it's going down. I know it's 3 seconds, but fucking hell. Oh shit.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Hamilton's close behind. He can get nodulated. But then also, as I say, every lap, the last lap of the race is cockpit view. So even if we do a few laps in nose cam, the last lap, unless it's a cockpit Grand Prix, is in cockpit view, because if it's the cockpit Grand Prix then it'll be cockpit anyway. So last lap, always cockpit view. Pierre Gasly has finally decided to retire his car. Took him long enough to realise that old junk ain't going to do much. But yeah, it seems like the Red Bull, Ferrari, Mercedes battle that everyone wants out of F1. So if you want that out of F1, you get bored of real life, come here, because we've got a decent battle between Mercedes, Red Bull and Ferrari, which is the way it goes in R&D, so it's the way I'm going to say it. As we cross the line now, cockpit view.
This is your final lap of the race.
I know, it's pretty horrible, but we always do it. Last few corners now, we will not have to see this again. Nor will we have to see Bottas in our back end. As we come round onto this high-speed corner section here, it's been a really interesting race. Pitted in last 2 for the supers, in laps 2 for the super softs, and since then it has been a ride. Loss of power, you can see it there. Loss of power, gearbox issues, and many more problems. But it's been a great race at the Baku Grand Prix, the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, as we enter the final straight, and we are going to cross the line in first. I'm going to win the Azerbaijan Grand Prix to carry on my reign of winning in Azerbaijan. And a superb race it was.
A great win then for the Red Bull team today. Anthony, what do you think made the difference here?
I think a large part of the result comes down to temperament. They were able to keep their heads when everyone around them was losing theirs, and that's allowed them to get the best out of the car, to maximise the strategy, and to stay out of trouble.
And I can see now the drivers are making their way out. We need Red Bull fighting at the front. They do an incredible amount for Formula One, and that's another winner's trophy heading back to Milton Keynes. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. Gallagher increases their championship lead. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Well, after a drive like that, it's got to be Charles Leclerc, hasn't it? Very clean, very smooth. He can be really pleased with that one.
On to the constructors then. Red Bull have extended their lead over the championship. Another team that will be satisfied with this Grand Prix is Sauber, whose good result moves them further up the championship. Well, what a weekend that has been. Please join us next time for another thrilling instalment of this Formula One season.
Well, there you go then. I finish in first, along with Sebastian Vettel, who finishes in second. Lewis Hamilton, Valtteri Bottas get a 3-4. Daniel Ricciardo, my teammate, in P5. Sergio Perez, surprisingly, in P6, and they got a 6-7 there. Kimi Räikkönen down in 8th. Sauber, surprisingly, got Marcus Ericsson up into 9th. K-Mag and Romain Grosjean get a 10-11. Charles Leclerc in 12th. Carlos Sainz, as you can see there, he gets a ×1 5-second penalty. We'll have a look what that is for now. Stoffel Van Dorn in 14th. Lance Stroll has got himself up into 18th, so at least he wasn't last, as he normally is. Sergei Sorokin's his teammate back after last season when I was in his place. The Russian came 16th. Fernando Alonso in 17th. The Toro Rosso, Brendan Hartley, couldn't finish the lap, and Pierre Gasly and Hülkenberg both didn't finish. Let's have a look at the race directory then. With some incidents here, Sergio Perez got a warning, along with Sebastian Vettel, who got a warning there, so both hit each other. Valtteri Bottas, the two teammates get warnings for collisions with each other. I got a warning for Sebastian Vettel at the start. Nico Hülkenberg there with a mechanical failure, DNF. Fernando Alonso, collision with Van Dorn. So it looks like everyone seems to want to crash their teammates today. Hartley, collision with Alonso, and then Alonso collision with Hartley. Carlos Sainz got a stop-and-go penalty for ignoring yellow flags in lap 9. Then between lap 9 and lap 13 there, Pierre Gasly DNF'd. And then, due to that ignoring yellow flags, where Carlos Sainz was given a stop-and-go penalty, he received a 5-second penalty for not serving the stop-and-go penalty. So, onto the standings now. We come in first with 100 points, 40 behind Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas, who is 45 points under. My teammate Daniel Ricciardo in P4, Sebastian Vettel in P5, Kimi Räikkönen in P6, Sergio Perez in P7, Nico Hülkenberg in P8, K-Mag in P9, Carlos Sainz in P10, and we have 3 Frenchmen in 11th, 12th and 13th in Esteban Ocon, Romain Grosjean and Pierre Gasly. Charles Leclerc and Ericsson have a 14-15, Brendan Hartley in 16th, Fernando Alonso in 17th, Stoffel Van Dorn, Lance Stroll and Sergei Sorokin in 18th, 19th and 20th. Now for the Constructors' Championship then, Red Bull lead by 35 points ahead of Mercedes, who have 105 points there. Ferrari are in third with a measly 32 points. That is not good for Ferrari. They're not having the best of seasons this season. Literally 2 points ahead of Force India in fourth. Renault have gone down the table down in fifth there. Haas in sixth. Toro Rosso in seventh. Sauber seem to be doing well for themselves, and so do Williams. Yeah, McLaren again bottom, no points. Williams, no points. It's not looking good for the two teams. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. I know I certainly have. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.